Welcome to our journey into the heart of ancient myths and biblical legends. Today, we delve into the true story of Behemoth, a creature as mysterious as it is powerful. Described in the book of Job as the epitome of God's creative power, Behemoth has captivated the imagination of scholars, theologians, and believers for centuries. This colossal beast, often depicted as the land counterpart to the sea monster Leviathan, represents the ultimate manifestation of terrestrial might within the biblical text. As we embark on this exploration, we aim to uncover not just the narrative of Behemoth, but also the rich tapestry of meaning woven around it. Described with awe-inspiring attributes that challenge the bounds of earthly creatures, Behemoth is not merely an animal, but a symbol of God's unparalleled power and the mysteries of his creation. Through sacred writings, Behemoth has served as a profound theological anchor, illustrating themes of divine omnipotence and the limits of human understanding. Join us as we traverse ancient landscapes and scriptural interpretations to piece together the story of this enigmatic giant. We'll explore its possible origins. Could Behemoth have a basis in real animals that roamed the ancient world, or is it purely a product of mythic imagination? We'll also dive into the layers of symbolism that surround Behemoth, uncovering what this creature has represented to generations of readers and thinkers. From its role in eschatological visions to its impact on modern cultural and environmental discussions, the story of Behemoth offers a unique lens through which to view our world and our spirituality. Our exploration is more than a historical inquiry. It is a journey that asks us to reflect on the larger questions of creation, chaos, and the role of the divine in the natural order. What lessons can we learn from Behemoth about power, responsibility, and our place within the world's vast ecosystems? Prepare to be challenged and inspired as we uncover the layers of this ancient Behemoth story, examining its origins, its impact on biblical thought, and the enduring lessons it holds for us today. In the sacred text of Job 40, Behemoth emerges not merely as a creature, but as a monumental testament to the power of creation itself. The verses portray Behemoth with awe-inspiring vividness, encapsulating its grandeur and strength in a language that stretches the imagination. Described as the first of the great acts of God, Behemoth stands as a pinnacle of God's creative expertise, unmatched in might and majesty by any other beast in the animal kingdom. This scriptural passage paints Behemoth as having bones like bars of iron, a metaphor that evokes the image of an indomitable, unbreakable creature, forged with the strength of the earth's deepest minerals. Its tail is likened to a cedar tree, suggesting not just the size but the majestic quality of this appendage, reminiscent of one of the most towering and enduring trees known in the ancient world. Such descriptions are not just literal in their intent, but are imbued with symbolic depth, portraying Behemoth as a creature that transcends the common fauna. Behemoth's immense size and strength are further illustrated as it is said to drink up a river and remain untroubled as the raging Jordan rushes into its mouth, a feat that no other creature could withstand. This hyperbolic description enhances Behemoth's portrayal as an overwhelming force of nature, an entity that embodies the untamed and majestic aspects of the natural world. Through these vivid descriptions, Behemoth is established not only as a symbol of God's power, but as an embodiment of the Earth's raw, uncontrolled energy. It is an entity that commands respect and awe, representing the wildness of a world that was created with order, yet retains elements of unpredictability and force. Behemoth thus serves as a reminder of the potency and mystery of creation, aspects that humankind can admire but never fully tame. In exploring these scriptural depictions, we gain insights into how ancient cultures perceived the natural world and their place within it. Behemoth, as portrayed in these ancient texts, challenges us to consider the balance between order and chaos, between human civilization and the wild forces of nature that surround and sometimes overwhelm it. The origins of Behemoth, while shrouded in the mists of time, may well trace back to ancient Near Eastern mythologies, where colossal beasts frequently roamed the narratives, embodying the fears and fascinations of those ancient peoples. Much like its aquatic counterpart Leviathan, Behemoth dominates the terrestrial realm in these stories, a behemoth of land as Leviathan is of the sea. This duality underscores the ancient world's view of nature as a domain of both awe and terror, where such creatures reign supreme, challenging the boundaries of human understanding and control. Behemoth may have been inspired by real animals known to ancient civilizations for their size and power. The hippopotamus, with its massive frame and dominant presence in the river ecosystems of Africa, could have been a model for Behemoth's formidable nature. Similarly, the elephant, known for its incredible strength, imposing size and intelligence, might also have contributed to the conceptualization of this biblical giant. These animals, remarkable not only for their physical attributes, but also for their roles within their respective ecosystems, would have struck observers with both admiration and fear, making them perfect candidates for mythologizing into a creature like Behemoth. Moreover, some scholars speculate that the descriptions of Behemoth could even draw from mankind's collective memory of larger-than-life beings such as dinosaurs. Though this idea ventures into more speculative territory, the discovery of dinosaur fossils could have inspired legends of great beasts in many ancient cultures, adding a layer of prehistoric mystery to the mythological tapestry surrounding creatures like Behemoth. This segment of exploring Behemoth's origins invites us to delve into how various cultures have interpreted and integrated such formidable creatures into their mythologies. Each interpretation reflects a facet of humanity's attempt to understand and categorize the natural world, transforming fear into fascination. By comparing Behemoth to other mythical land creatures across different cultures, we see a common theme. These were not just monsters to be feared, but symbols of nature's untamed and majestic essence, serving as reminders of the power and mystery that lie just beyond the edges of the human-dominated world. Within the biblical narrative, Behemoth transcends its identity as merely a grand creature of the land. It becomes a profound symbol, encapsulating the overwhelming power of God's creation and highlighting the delicate balance between human beings and the formidable forces of nature. This immense beast, described in the Book of Job, is not just an object of awe, but a theological symbol that speaks volumes about the relationship between the Creator and his creation. Behemoth's portrayal in Job serves as a powerful reminder of human vulnerability and limitations. While humans may strive to understand and sometimes control their environment, Behemoth stands as a testament to the parts of the natural world that remain wild and untamed. This serves to humble humanity, reminding us that despite our advancements and achievements, there are still elements of creation that are beyond our grasp and should be approached with respect and caution. The symbolism of Behemoth extends to its role in illustrating the majestic complexity of the natural world. It is portrayed as an integral part of God's creation, one that defies complete human domination and evokes a sense of wonder and reverence. This is not just about acknowledging power, but about recognizing the inherent value and mystery within the natural order. Behemoth, therefore, embodies the dual themes of majesty and admonition, celebrating the grandeur of creation while cautioning against human arrogance. In the broader scriptural context, Behemoth also acts as a counterpoint to other biblical teachings that emphasize human stewardship of the earth. It challenges us to consider our environmental responsibilities, how we interact with the natural world, not as conquerors, but as caretakers, mindful of the intrinsic worth and wildness of creation. Behemoth, as a creature of the earth, invites us to reflect on sustainable living and ecological respect, aligning our modern environmental concerns with ancient wisdom. Thus, the story of Behemoth is not merely a tale of a mythical beast, but a narrative imbued with lessons about power, humility, and reverence. It calls us to a deeper understanding of our place within the world, a world that is beautiful yet complex, given to us to live in harmony with, not to subdue without wisdom. In the book of Job, the narrative of Behemoth is not merely an account of a mythical creature, but a pivotal moment that encapsulates the climax of divine speeches. These passages are profound, where God himself speaks of Behemoth, using its grandeur and untamed nature as a metaphor for his own unmatched power. This depiction serves a dual purpose. It underscores the omnipotence of the Creator while simultaneously reminding Job, and by extension all of humanity, of their place within the cosmos. Job, a man beleaguered by personal calamities and existential questions about justice and suffering, is presented with the image of Behemoth as the ultimate example of God's creations. This beast, which no human can hope to control or even challenge, embodies the wild and uncontrollable aspects of the natural world. Its mention in God's discourse to Job is a dramatic reminder that there are greater forces at work in the universe, forces that operate beyond human understanding and control. This portrayal of Behemoth thus reinforces profound themes of humility and the fear of God. It is a call to recognize human limitations and to submit to the divine order that governs the world. Behemoth, in its majestic and fearsome form, becomes a symbol for the need to respect and revere the power that creates and sustains all life. It challenges Job and all who encounter this text to reflect on their own responses to the divine and to the natural world. The discussion of Behemoth in Job is not just a theological assertion of power, but a poetic reflection on the nature of faith, obedience, and humility. It invites readers to consider their own reactions to things they cannot control or understand, urging a posture of reverence and awe in the face of divine mysteries. Through this segment, we delve deeper into the ways Behemoth serves as a theological anchor in the Scripture, teaching us about the awe-inspiring yet terrifying aspects of divine authority and the natural order. It's a narrative that resonates deeply, calling each of us to ponder our own place within a universe that is both beautiful and overwhelming. Behemoth's portrayal in the Scriptures is not just a tale of a mythical beast. It embodies a series of complex theological dilemmas that resonate deeply within Judeo-Christian thought. The depiction of Behemoth raises intricate questions about the nature of creation, the presence of evil, and the overarching concept of divine justice. As a creature described in the book of Job as part of God's magnificent creation, yet emblematic of potential chaos, Behemoth stands as a profound symbol of the paradoxes that pervade the natural order. This dual nature of Behemoth, as both a part of God's good creation and a symbol of chaos, challenges us to reflect on the boundaries between the ordained and the untamed. Theologically, this can be seen as a representation of the world itself, beautiful and bountiful, yet capable of great destruction and disorder. It prompts believers and scholars alike to question how something that symbolizes chaos can also be considered part of divine perfection. This juxtaposition leads to a deeper exploration of how divine justice is reconciled with the existence of evil and suffering in the world. Behemoth, in its overwhelming might and untamed nature, symbolizes the wild aspects of creation that are beyond human control but are still under divine governance. This leads to reflections on God's sovereignty and the limits of human understanding. Why does a benevolent God allow chaos? How should humans respond to aspects of creation that seem destructive but are inherently part of the divine plan? These questions are central to theological debates and are embodied in the discussions around Behemoth. Moreover, Behemoth's depiction can be seen as a metaphor for the problem of evil, a key issue in theodicy. The creature's representation as something both feared and revered reflects the ambivalent nature of how evil is often perceived, as something that must be overcome, yet also as something that potentially leads to greater understanding and spiritual growth. In our segment, we delve into these themes, using Behemoth as a lens through which to view larger existential questions. Through discussions with theologians and excerpts from scholarly texts, we explore how this biblical creature continues to inspire dialogue about the mysteries of faith, the challenges of ethical living, and the pursuit of understanding in a world filled with both order and chaos. In the tapestry of Jewish eschatology, Behemoth is not merely a creature of immense strength and formidable presence. It holds a special place in the narratives of the end times. According to Jewish tradition, Behemoth is preserved by God for a grand purpose, a feast that will occur at the end of days, marking the era of the Messiah. This feast, often referred to as the Feast of the Righteous, is believed to celebrate the ultimate victory of good over evil and the restoration of divine harmony within the creation. This eschatological role of Behemoth enriches its symbolic significance far beyond the pages of the Book of Job. It transforms Behemoth from a representation of earthly might and untamed nature into a symbol of divine providence and redemption. The creature's preservation for the eschatological feast intertwines it with themes of hope, renewal, and the restoration of balance within the world. It highlights a profound narrative arc from creation to culmination, where Behemoth's role evolves from displaying God's unmatchable power in creating such a beast to symbolizing God's ultimate plan for creation's reconciliation and peace. In this context, Behemoth's consumption at the end-time feast serves as a powerful metaphor for the subjugation of all chaotic elements and the fulfillment of messianic prophecies. It illustrates the belief that all aspects of creation, no matter how wild or untamed, have a place within God's redemptive plan. This belief resonates with the core Jewish values of hope and faith in the eventual perfection of the world under divine guidance. Furthermore, the image of Behemoth at the feast underscores the celebration of life and divine justice, where the natural order is not destroyed but completed, where even the mightiest elements of creation are integrated into the harmonious vision of the new world. This portrayal invites reflection on the nature of redemption and the ways in which ultimate peace and justice might be achieved in the cosmic order. As we visualize this eschatological feast, imagine a grand gathering set in a rejuvenated world where harmony has been restored. Behemoth, once a symbol of the untamable, is now part of the celebration, honored not for its wildness, but for its role in the divine narrative. This scene not only captures the essence of Behemoth's significance in Jewish tradition, but also encapsulates the universal longing for a time when balance is restored and all creation rejoices in unity. Behemoth's imprint extends far beyond the biblical texts, permeating various facets of cultural and artistic expression over the centuries. From the illuminated manuscripts of the medieval period to the expansive canvases of modern fantasy, Behemoth has been a source of inspiration and fascination. Its vast size and formidable strength have made it an iconic figure in literature, art, and media, symbolizing the untamed and majestic aspects of nature. In medieval Europe, Behemoth was often depicted in the margins of manuscripts and on cathedral frescoes, serving as a visual reminder of the chaos and order discussed in sermons and texts. These depictions were not just literal interpretations, but were imbued with symbolic meaning, representing the constant struggle between the earthly and the divine, the natural and the supernatural. Transitioning into the Renaissance and beyond, artists and writers began to explore Behemoth's thematic potential further. In literature, poets and playwrights used Behemoth to symbolize political upheaval or moral decay, drawing parallels between the creature's might and the overwhelming nature of societal challenges. In art, Behemoth was often portrayed in dramatic, often apocalyptic scenes that highlighted its power and indomitable nature, reflecting humanity's awe and fear of the natural world's raw forces. In modern times, Behemoth has found new life in the genres of fantasy and science fiction. Authors and filmmakers have reimagined Behemoth in various guises, from monstrous villains to noble giants, each adaptation exploring different aspects of its symbolism. In these stories, Behemoth often embodies the struggle against or the reconciliation with the elemental forces of the world, serving as a bridge between human understanding and the mysteries of nature. Furthermore, Behemoth has also been portrayed in graphic novels and video games, where its grandeur can be fully realized in visual and interactive forms. These modern depictions allow audiences to experience the might of Behemoth firsthand, engaging with its legend in ways that are as immersive as they are creative. As we showcase a montage of artistic and literary depictions of Behemoth from different eras, notice the evolution of its portrayal and the consistent themes that emerge. Whether depicted as a force of nature or a metaphor for human challenges, Behemoth remains a powerful symbol of the sublime, reminding us of our fascination with and reverence for the natural world's grandeur and mystery. In today's world, the story of Behemoth has taken on new and poignant meanings, particularly in the realm of environmental conservation and sustainability. As humanity grapples with the impact of industrialization and development on the natural world, Behemoth's symbolic presence resonates as a stark reminder of the fragility of the natural order and the critical importance of maintaining ecological balance. This legendary creature, once seen as a symbol of nature's untamed might, now helps us reflect on our environmental responsibilities and the urgent need to live in harmony with our planet. Behemoth's narrative in contemporary discourse often highlights the consequences of human activity on large, majestic creatures that resemble the biblical giant in their stature and significance to their ecosystems. Elephants, rhinoceroses, and other large mammals face threats from habitat destruction and poaching, mirroring the challenges depicted in the story of Behemoth as a creature under the dominion of divine order, yet vulnerable to the encroachments of chaos. Moreover, Behemoth's story is invoked in discussions about the need to protect wilderness areas and uphold conservation laws. It serves as a metaphor for the giants of our ecosystems, vast forests, sprawling wetlands, and other critical natural habitats that are vital for biodiversity and ecological health. These areas are often seen as the modern behemoths, essential yet under threat, requiring concerted efforts to preserve and protect them from unsustainable exploitation. Today, Behemoth also symbolizes the broader ethical and moral challenges associated with environmental stewardship. It compels us to consider how we interact with the natural world, urging us to recognize the interconnectedness of all life and the consequences of our actions on ecological systems. This modern interpretation of Behemoth challenges us to find ways to coexist with the natural world that do not lead to its degradation, but instead contribute to its flourishing. As we reflect on these themes, we'll contrast scenes of industrial development with protected wilderness areas. This visual juxtaposition highlights the ongoing battle between conservation and development, underscoring the importance of informed and conscientious decision-making in our interactions with the environment. Through these images, we see the real-world implications of living in or out of balance with nature, and we are reminded of our role in shaping the future of our planet. As we conclude our exploration of Behemoth, we find ourselves deeply moved by the layers of meaning and resonance that this ancient creature holds within its narrative. Through the biblical passages and their interpretations across ages and cultures, the story of Behemoth has not only captivated our imagination, but has also offered profound insights into the nature of creation, the dynamics of power, and the delicate balance of the ecosystems we inhabit. Behemoth's story is a potent reminder of the enduring power of biblical tales to inspire, educate, and provoke thoughtful reflection. These stories, woven into the fabric of human history, continue to speak to us with surprising relevance about the complexity and majesty of the world. They challenge us to think deeply about our role within this vast creation and to consider our responsibilities toward it, encouraging us to act with wisdom and respect for the natural forces that both nourish and overpower human endeavors. As we reflect on the story of Behemoth, we are encouraged to acknowledge our limitations and to strive for a harmonious coexistence with the world around us. The narrative teaches us about humility, stewardship, and the awe that we should feel towards the natural world, which, much like Behemoth, is filled with both beauty and power, order and wildness. Let this exploration serve as a call to each of us to consider our impact on the environment and on each other. May we be inspired to live responsibly and ethically, recognizing that our actions contribute to the legacy we leave for future generations. Behemoth, as a symbol of nature's indomitable spirit, reminds us of the importance of conservation, of respecting the natural laws, and of the urgent need to protect the Earth's vast and precious resources. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Scripture, myth, and the natural world. We hope that the story of Behemoth has enriched your understanding and appreciation of these ancient texts and their relevance to contemporary issues. May you carry forward the lessons learned here with a renewed sense of purpose and responsibility. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Scripture and symbolism. If you found this exploration enlightening, please like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into biblical mysteries and the lessons they hold for us today.